2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's got oil leak. This is going to be bad. Welcome to Christmas Garage. All right, we first thought this thing might have been some bad oil leak or something because we got some brown fluid, like some oil leaking out from underneath here. It was coming out from the driver's side, kind of where the four-wheel drive differential was at. And it was probably, I don't know, 3 or 7 drops on the driveway there. But it was enough to be aggravating. We looked up under there, we seen it leaking, we said, oh, we got to see where it's coming from. Do you all know that on these Jeep Grand Cherokees have liquid-filled motor mounts? And they're amphibious, too, for all you state graduates. You can use them on either side. They're the same motor mount. So I'm going to show y'all how to change on this thing. I'm going to show y'all what it looks like, where it's leaking from, what it is. And I'll show y'all the new one in just a second. But come down here, I'll show you what it looks like where it's leaking at. First thing we had to do was pop this old cover off. Now, you might not have had to take this cover off, but you can see up in there a lot better. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 3 or 7 bolts holding it on up under here. And we got them out right here. It's 2 13s in the back and 4 10s up front. So I think I shot a deer one time with a 14. All right, let's look up under here. Now, if you can see what I'm seeing, you see all this brown stuff leaking down? Ew. Looks like something that my child did back when they were still in diapers. But anyhow, she has leaked down. It's kind of like a brown, oily looking. Yeah, it's nasty is all I'm going to try to say about that. But anyhow, if you look up in here, there's your motor mount. And it's liquid filled. And we're going to take that off. What we're going to do is we're going to jack the motor up, put some pressure on it, knock a couple of them bolts out. They look like they're probably, I don't know, 15, 13, something like that. And we're going to pull it right on out. Once you get up in here 3 or 7 inches, you see I got this cover off, you can lay your old eyeballs right on this thing. All right, there's a little spot up under here that I'm going to put this block of wood on. It's kind of on the oil pan slash, and this is an aluminum oil pan, so you ain't got to worry about denting it. You just got to worry about cracking it. You don't want to just send it, fellers. What I'm trying to say is you just want to put a little pressure on it, take the pressure off the motor mount, break her loose. So that's what I'm doing right now, just so y'all know. It's so hard to get up in there and show y'all what I'm doing on. I'll show you when it's out. Okay, I'm taking these 10 millimeters out of this little shield right here. I got my trusty 1/4-inch drive long handle flex head ratchet that I most definitely love. Thanks to my brother, I got it swapped out. Thank you, Craig. We've got both these bolts out right there. Hope y'all can see them right there. And now the shield, look at there. Take that shield off. We'll just lay it down here. Make sure you step on that a few times so the bolt holes don't line up when you put it back. But now you can see probably the 15 up top, 15 here, 15 on the back. I'm going to get on that 15 on the top now. We're going to see what happens. I'm just guessing that it's 15, y'all. I hadn't put nothing on it yet. But you know what? She is. There we go. That top one. Thank the Lord, it's not a lock nut. She screwed right on off. Look at there. There's the top one. Now what I'm going to do, I want to take this one off too. I mean, who needs that bolt? We'll probably only put one of them back. Look at that. Look at that. Screwing right out. That's money right there. Guess what, fellas? There's only one more bolt left holding it in. It's probably going to be the most aggravating one, though. I'm going to ease over here and jack the motor up. Y'all tell me when it gets up high enough to get that bun out. Ain't none of y'all hollering. I think I'm going to need a 3 or 7 inch extension here. Might be working with something now. Oh, no, you didn't. Yes, you are. You're coming off of there. She's so loose now. She wants to come out with the fingers. Look at that. See, we got her loose. We just got to get her far enough up where I can get this stud out. So what I've had to do, fellas, there's 4 bolts in this aluminum mount that goes on the block here. This mount right here. And I have had to take all 4 bolts out of it. I'm on the last one right now. It's on the bottom. The most aggravating one is the one at the top on the back. She was a little tricky, but I ended up getting on it with a deep socket, a flex head ratchet. I broke it loose, and then I got on it with my power ratchet. Run it right on out. This one's about out. There we go. There's 3 short ones. It's that long, and there's 1 long one. It's that long. It goes in this hole right there. Now we should be able to move this right up out of the way. Yep, there she is. She's out. She's coming out. There she is. Just like that. So, yeah, she was a little tricky. But I'm going to pull it out here. We'll talk about it. She had sprung a leak right here. We're going to see what's inside this thing. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh. Got a hint of antifreeze. Kind of sweet tasting. That probably wasn't good for you. Hey, look here. Look how far that thing moves. Yeah, fellers. You guessed it. She gone to the bad. I think my taste bud is going to the bad too. This is the new one. We're going to compare. The only thing I'm noticing that might be an issue is this lineup stud is like way longer than that lineup stud. So I'm going to make sure that this will go up in that mount okay. If it's got a hole all through it, it'll be fine. But if it's just got a dead end hole, we're probably going to have to whack that off. The new mount came with this. I'm really not sure what that is. Fella I'm working with said it looked like bunny ears. That's bunny ears. Anyhow, we might use it for something. It's not going to be used on this application. So we'll make sure this goes in that mount good. And as long as this goes through the mount, everything else looks good. And as you can tell, fellas, I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. I'm trying to get you close to the microphone. It's got fluid in it. You can hear it sloshing. So I didn't know they made such an animal. So anyhow, we're going to go back in with it now. All right. Well, this is the old one. This is the new one. The new one had that big tall stud. I had to do a little trimming on it. And we got it where it fit in that little notch. This is the mount off the block, y'all. This is the 4 bolts I was talking about. This is the most aggravating one to get to, just so you know. Had a heat shield tied to it. See how it sets on that? Now it sets on that. Perfect. Let's go back in with it. All right, we're going to go back up in here and kind of hang that mount kind of up in there, about like that. This mount goes right up in here, sits right there. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is just aggravating. All right, 3.7 years later, we got this thing in here. It just took the right finagling, fellers, is what I'm saying. I had to get this in there, and then I had to put this in there and kind of tip it up. I'm scared to take it back out because I don't think I'll ever get it back in there again. But anyhow, we're going to try to start these bolts back in this mount on the block. Yep, that's not where it goes. Perfect. Perfect. I got to, every time I do something, I got to finagle around this jack that somebody has put in the wrong spot down here. I think that was me. All right, I'm going to leave it loose like that so it'll still flop around. I should be able to get the rest of these bolts started now. You can get 3 or 7 turns on these bolts, fellers, and then you can put the rest of it in with a wrench. While it's going in with your fingers, just go on with it. Don't never stop. If she's wanting to go, let her go. I'm going to finish getting these bolts in. I'm going to do that off camera because I might have to say a wordy dirt or two, and I try to keep this as family friendly as possible. Well, fellas, as you can tell, I'm greasy. I probably shouldn't be leaning on this car because she's white and shiny. It makes me nervous. But I'm just going to be honest with y'all. It looked really easy, but it wasn't. It was a little aggravating. I think what we probably should have done is undid the other motor mount and jacked the whole entire motor up. We tried to rock it one-sided, and it just acted all crazy. But either way, we got it in there. The bad news is, while we were putting this one in there, we noticed that the other one was leaking too. So Parts House only had one. We've got to do some other work to this Jeep. Hopefully y'all get to see that too. There's some major work we got to do to it. And we're going to put that motor mount in it then. So until then, just remember, if she's giving trouble, she's going to the bad.